Morphin time! Back to action!
We are finally back with another video. I know it's been some time, but I've just been getting things together. We are going to be reviewing and making a comparison of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Reignition Blade Blaster and the Power Morpher. So we're going to be comparing the Hasbro Legacy and the original Power Rangers Morpher, also the original Blade Blaster. So these just came in, I would say maybe 2 days ago from Angel Grove Collectibles, and I'll put a link down below. They're from Australia, so I was able to do pre-orders, and I just received them recently, and I did get all the action figures except the putty. So I think that was it, and then I was able to get Megazord, you know, the ones, not the full Megazord, but like the ones that you combined. And what else? Yeah, and then the Blade Blaster and the Power Morpher. So that's super exciting. Stay tuned for those videos that'll be coming out soon. But today we're going to be focusing on the new Blade Blaster and Power Morpher from Playmates. So this is the new line, and we're going to see what's it all about. This is a kids line. Technically it's 4+. And yeah, we're gonna just do a comparison and see how it kind of holds up with the recent Morphers and the OG Morphers with the Blade Blaster. All right, let's jump right into it. I think we're gonna start off with the Blade Blaster. All right, so let's take a quick look at the packaging. The packaging is beautiful. It's super colorful. I do love the new photo look of the logo with the Reignition and also the helmets on the left side. I love the bright green. It just complements like the packaging really well. Here we have a photo of a kid showing the Blade Blaster in blade mode, and then it also shows you here on the bottom the Megazords. If you do want to get them, there's QR codes there which you can scan, and it'll show you basically the Reignition line and what, you know, they offer now with the new line. And then here we have the Power Morpher, and then it shows you here different modes of the Blade Blaster, which is pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, I pretty like the packages on these. Nice photo on the side, Power Rangers Reignition up top, and then the photo of them. That's like their new photo that they've been using now of the line. And that's pretty much it. Another logo here. Pretty cool. This is not covered. There's no plastic covering the whole thing. I did get doubles on everything because I wanted to open everything and then I wanted to keep one sealed. So for this technically to be sealed is really not. So I have to figure out to find a case for these for my other one that I have. It's going to be interesting to see the comparison with this one and the original one that I have here from '93. But yeah, that's it with the packaging. I don't want to stay too long with the packaging, but it's a beautiful packaging. Now let's get the Blade Blaster out and let's rock and roll. Here we have the Blade Blaster. So now we're going to just quickly check. Well, let's see how it looks. It looks pretty good, actually. It's not small. I've seen a couple of reviews on these already. They look pretty big on the TV, but then now that I have it here, it looks pretty good. It's not as big, and it's pretty thick here, and I'll do a comparison in a second. But this is pretty thick there. You can see here, this is like the speaker where all the noises will come out. All right, so let's quickly take a look. Power up. Nice. I like that. That's pretty cool.
Blade Blasters up.
Blade Blasters up.
Power up. Let's blast them.
You can see the light here in the center. This would be cool to use as a cosplay, to be honest.
Lock on and fire.
That's cool.
Lock on and fire.
And these are obviously not the original voices of the
It's Morphin time.
actors. It's Morphin
Let's
time.
take him down.
You better take them down.
Blade blasters up. Let's blast him.
I feel like somebody's gonna find some secret
Let's blast him.
noises on this. But so far,
Lock on and fire.
yeah,
Power
that's
up.
pretty much it. Just goes in the cycle and just repeats. Alright, so now let me see. Whoa, that's cool. I prefer this in the original one, like in the sense of how the blade comes out. Look at that. That's pretty cool. Then you close it there, then you have it on blade mode. This is pretty cool. How it just comes out like that when you push the top part. That's pretty cool. This is, the tip here is a bit rubber and then the rest is like a hard plastic. So if kids are playing with this and they kind of try to, you know, it's rubber here. Oh, that's cool. So it makes a noise when you go like that. Oh, that's pretty cool. I'm really liking this. It's not heavy. My hands are pretty big, so when I just grab it here, you can see the part of the tooth here on my palm there, but that's not that bad. I don't cosplay anyway, so, and this is my collection. My son is only 2.5, so it's not like it's for him, but yeah, I like it. It will look nice on display. All right, so let's see. So this is how you get the blade to come out. You push back and then it comes out and the light lights up. You close that and then you just use it in gun
Let's
mode.
take him down. Time to beat these beasts. Lock on and fire.
Nice. I like the details, the decals also. It looks like basically the original one, more than the original one that I have here. So now let's quickly just compare the original one. Let's see. The only noise that it makes is that one. And that's it. And then with this version, the blade comes underneath. You have to pull it out. So that's all it does. And it's not the original colors. Obviously, this was like I guess a special edition. But this is obviously the original color version from the series. Now, this original one is a little bit heavier. I do prefer this one because it just feels pretty premium. And it has a lot of the chrome all over here in the teeth and on the top. Here, what I don't understand is that they have the chrome here but not here in the teeth. If they did, and they also have the chrome here, which is weird that they don't have them here on the teeth part here. But yeah, that would have been even look even more better. But this is small things. I'm not gonna complain. Again, these are, you know, super affordable and they're for kids, so I get it. But yeah, that's, I don't know what else much to say. For cosplay is amazing, so I recommend it for that, and even for your collection. I'm gonna just have it. I gotta figure out actually a spot where to put it. Maybe with my Red Ranger helmet, which this is where I had this one on. For size comparison, this original one is a little bit thinner, especially in this part here. I don't know if you guys can see it. Compare side by side. It is thinner, this is thicker, but in person it doesn't look that bad. You know, it looks like a kid's toy. This one looks more premium for a collector. It almost looks like it's almost the same size. It's just a little bit wider, which is not the end of the world, but I do love the feeling of this on the hand as well. That's right, let's blast them. I love doing that. I'm not gonna stop doing that, but that's pretty cool. So on both sides we have Power Rangers, that side and this side as well. And yeah, it's pretty straightforward. And here you get to, let me see, on blade mode. Oh wait, sorry. So when you're hitting your opponent, it makes the noise. And again, this part is rubber. So that's pretty cool. All right, so that's your blade blaster. And let me know in the comments if you have any questions about these, and then I can answer them as soon as I can. All right, I'm just trying to see if I'm forgetting anything about the blade blaster. I think that's pretty much it. I do recommend, like I said, collectors and for cosplay. All right, I'm gonna put these to the side, and then quickly we're gonna get into the Power Morpher. So here we have the Power Morpher. Now I have seen a bunch of reviews on these, and a lot of people have been having issues with the coins not going in correctly or saying the wrong lines for the coins. Like Pink Ranger would say her lines on the Mastodon coin or something like that. And I've been seeing a lot of people also, removing the belt buckle part because it's in the way. And I'll show you guys all that stuff. But let's just look at the box real quick. Pretty simple packaging. Power Rangers Reignition, nice. So they're gonna obviously use the same logo, the new logo from Playmates, the Reignition, and the photo of the helmets on the side with the bright, beautiful colors. Here we have all the coins there. We have pink, blue, black, and yellow, and then the Red Rangers right in the center. And now that I'm looking at this more for in person, it looks pretty small, I'm not gonna lie. Because like I said, I've watched videos already on the reviews on these, and they look pretty big, I guess because it's on, your monitor and everything just looks bigger there. But I'm not that upset so far. But we'll see if there's any issues with this version. And on the back, it shows you the photo of the kid with the morpher. A little story history there, the morpher, and it shows you here in the bottom where you can use it on the belt buckle. And there we have him morphing. And then it has buttons on the top where you can do the commands for them. But we'll do that right now. All right, here we have the Power Morpher. Oh my god. So when I got it out of the box, it was a little bit of a pain in the butt because now with this line with the Playmates, they do kind of don't want you to take out your items from the box. They have all this protection and all that stuff, but we have it here. And it looks like we have a demo version here, which I guess they do automatic sayings, and then you can turn it off, and then you can turn it on where you can put the coins in, and then we'll see what they have to say. Here we have the belt buckle on the back, and then the buttons here. So one of them opens the morpher, and the other ones does the demo part, the calling. So I guess we're just gonna have to see. But this already feels like my hands are pretty big, but this feels small. Like, I don't know why on TV they looked super big. Like, it is clunky, as you can see, compared to the original one. Like, I mean, that's obviously a difference, but it just feels like it fits in my hand really nicely. Like, it's small. All right, so now let's see here the demo. It's on demo. All right. Oh, so that's all right. So the button here on the top on your left, that's what opens the morpher, and you have to hold it kind of a certain way for it to open it, because it hits your finger there, unfortunately. So let's see. There we go. And then on the other side, you should
It's
hear.
Morphin time! We need dinosaur power now!
Okay.
Tyrannosaurus!
Let's see, what else does it say?
Triceratops.
Okay, so this is the demo, so basically it's gonna go through everything that it's supposed to say.
Mastodon. Pterodactyl.
And it's pretty loud. It doesn't say the whole song. I wish it did. That would have been cool.
Let's take him down.
Let's take them down.
Tyrannosaurus.
All right, so that's the demo. Now let's see with the coins. So we switch it on,
It's Morphin time.
and then let's see. I'll press the button there.
We need dinosaur power now.
Let's see. And the other issue that I saw that these coins are difficult to take out, but I just saw recently that you can just take it out like that. These coins, I don't know how I feel about them, but you can move, you can take it out by pushing this little tabs on the side that you see there. They have two, and that's the reason why they did that, so it's easier to take out. But if you try to manually take it out like this, like the original ones, then it takes longer. All right, so that was Tyrannosaurus, and now Kimberly. And here, all the coins have different little circle tips there, which means that when they go in, each ranger kind of has their own code, so their voices come out, if that makes sense. So Kimberly is going to be the right button here. So we're going to press.
Kimberly on. Let's get these monsters. Pterodactyl.
See? That's cool. And then you're going to press the tab. And you're going to... See? That's not bad. Not bad at all. So Pterodactyl. Let me just do Jason one more time.
We need dinosaur power now. Tyrannosaurus.
Perfect. We have Saber-Tooth Tiger. So she has the 3 dots there. And then we're gonna...
Trina here. Let's do it.
Woo!
Saber-Tooth Tiger.
I'm getting goosebumps with that. Alright, and then we have Mastodon.
Zach here. I'm ready to rock. Mastodon.
There you go. And then now we have Billy.
I'm here and ready. Triceratops.
Nice. I don't think it says anything
Dinosaur
else.
power.
Okay.
Triceratops.
Perfect. Alright, so that's that. And then there's a secret. I'm going to show you guys right now. So here we have, if you just hold on the first one. Nice. Because none of these have just a tab on the left, right? So that's the Green Ranger, which means that, and I've seen photos that the Dragon Dagger comes with one of these coins. So, which means that you can use the green coin with the Morpher, which is awesome. And then if you press the 2 left ones at the same time, this is what you get.
Let's get him. Tiger's
Awesome. All right, so there's a few things that this Morpher obviously doesn't have. The way how to open it. You know, here with the Lightning Collection, you have the button here on the side, the red button, and it opens up. So this one it has the button, but it doesn't work. So it just basically, I mean, you can color that red if you want and make it look as real as possible. There's a company called BD15 that do the decals on these already. Unfortunately, I used to order from them. I currently live in Ireland, and I would get them in the beginning, but now when I did order previously some decals with some Zords, they never came here. So I don't know what was going on. It wasn't BD15's fault. It was just the shipping stuff now that I live here. But they do the decals if you guys are interested. And yeah, so and another thing, so the cons are basically the belt buckle here, which you can remove. You just remove these 4 screws here, and then remove in the inside there's 2 screws on the top where you can remove this. Like that you can be able to put your fingers inside. Like for a kid, even for a kid, yes, these are these toys are for kids, but I mean, it's pretty tight there. Like, yes, my fingers are pretty big, but you want to have enough room there because at some point your fingers go in there more, and then your knuckles are kind of hitting here, depending on how you're holding it. Then the other weird part is like opening the morpher when you are saying it's morphin time, and you kind of have to hit this button on top to do that at the same time, which it was just easier to use your thumb to press there and then it comes out. But so I mean, those are small little things. I think this is a good morpher toy. I recommend it for kids. I didn't have any issues, thank God, with any of the coins. Putting them in, easy taking them out. And I do want to recommend a modify. His name is Almost Counts Collectibles on YouTube, so check him out. He has amazing videos. So he basically shows how to fix the coins with the tabs and removes the belt buckle part here in the back and some other things. So yeah, check him out. And yeah, so I pretty like this morpher. It's pretty cool. It's not like the other ones, like the Lightning Collection. This is the Master Morpher here. Size comparison. So this is a little bit thicker. As you can see, that almost the same size. Actually, Master Morpher here, it's a little bit taller, but the new one is thicker, as you can see there on the top. The Bandai is obviously more heavier and premium, so that's how it looks together. You see how thick the new one is, but again, it looks a little bit funny. It looks like a toy. It's not like gonna look like these, but it's pretty nice though. And then the OG ones, this one reminds me of this one. This is a little lighter, but it's almost like, I don't know, I just get a little bit of the resemblance of the original one. I just wish that this new one opened on the side button, because you see how nice that opened up with a finger right here. There you go. But yeah, and it's way thinner, as you can see. The original 93 and then the 2025 Reignition version. And these actually, I like the sayings on this morpher. Then, I mean, I think in the Lightning Collection, they only say, not particular Tommies, because this is different from the regular Lightning Collection morpher. It says, like, it's the actual Rangers saying it's Morphin time, and then Mastodon. But they don't say as much as this one. Let's see. Which is pretty cool. And this one, I think it has like 40 plus. And they do repeat depending on like the coin. So if Zach says something, Kimberly will say 2. So that's why it's 40. It seems like a lot. But they're all kind of rotating and saying almost kind of the same thing. But yeah, so that's the Power Morpher. I'm gonna be leaving the Tyrannosaurus. Nice. See, and I was able to. I know a lot of people have problems taking out because they grab him from here and then wiggle it out. That's not gonna work. You have to push one of the tabs, either the left one or the right one, and whichever one you don't touch, you just put your finger over it so it doesn't flip, because these tend to like flip out and then they can, you know, fall on the floor or whatever. So there you go. And these little buttons here, if you get a Morpher, just make sure that they're kind of up. Make sure like it feels like you're pressing a button, because if it's really lower, then it could be defective. Then that means you have to, like, you know, exchange it, or I don't know, I mean, you should be able to change it. But just make sure you double check that these prongs here are out a good amount, that you can press these buttons in, because that's the point of all these little circles for each ranger. They all have different ones. So like that, you know, you can hear their calling card, as they say.
We need dinosaur power now! Tyrannosaurus!
All right. So that's all right. So that's your power Morpher. And then just a quick comparison, just to show you guys the different sizes. The size is closer to the Lightning collection, even though it's a little bit bigger. But again, a lot of people don't like these because it looks thick and it's super light and it just looks really cheap. But for the price of it, I mean, it looks good to me. So I'm planning on probably doing some decals and taking this part out and maybe painting this red. I don't know. We'll see. If you guys are following me, you guys will see an update on these things. I do have to make the review for the Megazord and the action figures. I'm trying to get to it as soon as possible. But this was fun and exciting video to actually do the Playmates Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Reignition line. And yeah, if you guys are not subscribed, don't forget to subscribe. Also leave comments down below if you have any questions. I might have missed something. But yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next video. This is Ariel Diaz. Peace.
The world is very lucky to have you, and so am I. May the power protect you, always.